When I first married Daniel, I believed family meant love, understanding, and support. His parents seemed kind, his sister friendly, and his cousins polite. But it didn't take long for the masks to slip. Every holiday, every weekend, somehow our house became the family center. It started small. "Oh, you've got such a nice space, dear, let's do Sunday dinner at your place." Then it turned into full-blown gatherings with 10, sometimes 20 people, all expecting me to cook, decorate, and clean up, alone. Daniel's family loved calling it a tradition. I called it exhaustion. For 3 years, I bit my tongue and smiled. I worked a full-time job, managed the house, and hosted every event while they criticized every dish, every flower arrangement, even my clothes. "You look tired," his mother would say sweetly. "Maybe you should try using less makeup next time. You're young, dear, you should look fresh." I laughed it off. But inside, every comment cut a little deeper. Then, one winter, his sister announced she was having an engagement celebration. Guess where they decided to host it? Our house. "It's big enough," his mother declared. "And you're such a wonderful hostess." I looked at Daniel, silently begging for support, but he avoided my eyes. "Sure, Mom," he said. "We'll make it work." That night, I didn't say much. I just went to bed early, pretending I was fine. But I wasn't. Something inside me had finally snapped. The next morning, I made my decision. I wasn't hosting anything anymore. Not the engagement, not another dinner, nothing. When Daniel's mother called to confirm the date, I took a deep breath. "I'm sorry," I said firmly, "but I won't be hosting the engagement party." There was silence on the other end, followed by a sharp, "Excuse me?" She thought I was joking. When she realized I wasn't, her tone changed fast. "We've always done family events at your place. It's tradition," she barked. "You're being selfish." That night, Daniel came home to a storm. His mother had called him in tears, accusing me of breaking family unity. He looked at me, frustrated. "Couldn't you just do it one more time?" he asked. "It's important." I stared at him, heartbroken. "You mean it's important to them?" I said quietly. "It's never been important to you how much it costs me." The next few days were tense. His family group chat blew up with messages, subtle insults, guilt trips, and dramatic statements like, "We never thought she'd divide the family like this." I stayed silent. But I was tired of being the quiet one who absorbed everyone else's disrespect. So when they decided to come over to talk, I didn't stop them. On Saturday, they arrived, Daniel's parents, his sister, and 2 aunts, all sitting in my living room like a council of judgment. His mother began, "We just don't understand what's gotten into you. We've always treated you like family." I smiled politely. "You've treated me like a maid," I corrected. Gasps filled the room. His sister sneered. "That's ungrateful. We appreciate what you do." "Do you?" I asked. "When was the last time any of you helped me set the table, wash dishes, or even said thank you? Every time, it's me doing everything while you criticize and laugh behind my back." Daniel sat frozen. His father cleared his throat. "Well, that's just how family works. Everyone has their role." I nodded slowly. "And I've decided to step out of that role." I stood, walked over to the dining table, and placed down a neat stack of photos. They all leaned in. Each photo showed me, cooking, cleaning, serving, taken over the years. I had set up a camera once, out of curiosity, to document how much work went into a tradition. "This is what your celebrations look like from my side," I said softly. "This is the reality you don't see." For a moment, no one spoke. Even Daniel's mother looked uncomfortable. "You're overreacting," she finally muttered. "We all appreciate you." I met her eyes. "If you really did, you wouldn't need to say it now." The silence that followed was heavier than any argument. Then, quietly, I added, "From now on, I'll attend family gatherings, not host them. If you can't accept that, maybe it's time you host your own events." I expected shouting or insults, but instead, they just stared at me, realizing their control was gone. His mother got up, mumbled something about needing air, and left. The rest followed. That night, Daniel finally spoke. "You were right," he admitted softly. "I should have stood up for you sooner." It wasn't an apology, but it was something. Slowly, he started to understand the difference between keeping peace and enabling disrespect. Months later, his sister hosted her next event at her own apartment. It wasn't perfect. The food was late, the space was cramped, and everyone missed my touch. But I smiled politely and enjoyed being a guest for once. When his mother made a small comment about my absence in the kitchen, I just laughed lightly and said, "Oh, I'm done playing hostess. This is much more fun." That day, I learned something powerful: boundaries aren't rude, they're necessary. People who truly love you will respect them. Those who don't will expose their true colors, trying to break them. And when they do, you'll finally see who deserves a seat at your table, and who never did.